G'day folks, I recently had the good fortune to complete some art commissions, and like any good artist, I immediately went online to see how I could spend my money, and I found a discount coupon for Sketchbox. Alright, welcome to my art des. This is my first Sketchbox, but I've watched a whole bunch of Sketchbox unboxings online from artists such as Catfolk. I know that there is a piece of cool art on the outside. This month is by Elizabeth Wegline. Probably butchered your name, sorry. You can find her at Instagram at EJW_art. And she's drawn a very cool little drooling pug here. And I'm also aware that there is some art included on the inside of the box as well. I think the inside artist helps to curate the box, or maybe I'm getting that mixed up. Anyway, let's just open it because I am excited to know what I have gotten. And then let's see if I can make some interesting art today. I'll make something. I don't know how interesting it'll be. Okay. Ooh, quite a number of goodies hanging out here. Okay. We have watercolor, and it's green. It's my very first ever Sennelier. But of course, knowing me, green curse, it is forest green. The very first thing. We have a interesting Pentel pen. It's going to be a Fude pen. And I typically love Pentel stuff. And how cool is this? It's a great little size for throwing into my on-the-go pencil case for outdoor sketching or plein air. Lots of worms. Let's pull out worms. Oh, wow. Okay, this is my very first watercolor marker from Winsor & Newton as well. I was worried that I was going to just have everything in this box because I've started to get so many art supplies. And so far, I don't have a single one of these things. Next up, which is super cool, by the way. Next up, I'm just really excited to see everything. We have a Princeton Neptune round 1, a really long bristled brush, and of course a fine point. That is super awesome. Yeah, I think I've said in previous art unboxings for things like Sketchbox, Art Snacks and Palettefull packs, which I super love. It's amazing to get brushes. Always excited to get brushes. Oh man, there's so many cool things. Okay, this one I think I have. I'm pretty sure I have it. But I'm amazed how many cool things are hiding in this box. They've really gone out to explore watercolor media, I guess, or water media. Okay, I'm in super struggle town, sorry. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's a Marabu Aqua ink, and I think I have this color. This is violet. I'm almost certain I bought it. Twinsies, I did. I've bought one of these already. But that's okay. I expected to have at least one double thing. Plus, this marker is so cool. I can't wait to try it out. And it's not green, it's pale rose. And I love that this ink is not green either. Okay, let's keep going. Let's put the card aside for now. Oh, wow. Daniel Smith dot set or swatch card with paint dots. That's super awesome. I've actually bought the whole set of these, but not gotten around to swatching them. So I'm excited to see how much, not only that I can swatch these, but how much I can make with the little bit of paint that's supplied. And, oh, super cool. I almost bought one of these the other day. It's Stonehenge Aqua Coldpress paper. Oh man, I'm super keen to try this out. It's nice surface. Sorry, I always have to do the stealth rub test. And a sticker. And I think that is it. Wow, really, really cool box. Let's have a look at the artist and then let's go into the box itself. So this is a really lovely piece. I love when a portrait is including elements of nature. Anytime there's elements of nature, I'm excited. And if it's got watercolor elements as well, I'm super excited. The artist is Aliyah Smith, and you can find her on Instagram at Aliyah Ilsa, I guess. I'll put something up for you to be able to see. And that's really cool. She helped to curate this box, or inspired this box, or had something to do with this box. But whoever put this box together for December, you are fantastic. So this month is all about watercolor. Let's dive into the items and see what's going down. Let's go on an art adventure. Oh, wait. I always forget to do this before we start making stuff. Let's recap. Looks like the dot card is a bonus item. We've got a cool brush. We have the Marabu Graphix Aqua ink, the Pentel brush pen, the Sennelier watercolor, and the Winsor & Newton watercolor marker, and of course the Stonehenge Aqua Coldpress pad. Okay, now we can get started on an art adventure.
So you can see me here writing in the details for the pigment and what kind of watercolor brand it is for the half pan. It's always a good idea to label those half pans if you start collecting a whole bunch of different watercolors from different companies. And now I'm moving on to the piece. I'm starting off by doing some outline work or pencil work with a Colorays Prismacolor pencil that wasn't included in the box. And you also probably saw my little text box come up before of dramatic foreshadowing when I said that I'll try to create an interesting piece. And that was because I am not happy with this piece and how it turned out. In fact, I dislike it so much that I had meant to actually create a whole different other piece and then edit that as the video and upload that piece. But I just got too busy during December with commissions and other things going on in life. So I never got around to doing another piece. And I was initially just going to scrap this video and not upload it at all. But I think it's actually a good idea to show people, and particularly if you're a beginning artist that's looking on YouTube and maybe being overwhelmed and wowed by all the different cool art that's out there, to show you that even artists that have been practicing for some time will have off days. And that's especially true when you're trying out materials for the first time. Almost all of these materials I have never tried before. And when you do that, even if you've got practice in other materials or other media, you sometimes have fails. And I really think that this is a gigantic fail. I was quite happy with the pencil work. I'm used to using pencils and the Colorays pencils, but I just couldn't get this piece to do what I wanted it to do. And maybe it's because I had a little bit too much choice or too many things going on. You can see that I just did the swatches for the Daniel Smith dot card, and there's really an impressive array of colors that were included in this box, and I can't believe that it's a free bonus. If you buy the dot cards from Daniel Smith on their own for the whole 400 and something colors that are there, it's going to cost you like $30 or something. And so, this is going to still be a fair bit of money that's included as a freebie here. And you can get actually quite a few little paintings out of those little dots. So I'm really impressed that Sketchbox included it, and super impressed that they included it as a freebie. But maybe it just was a bit too much for me, or there's just too much going on. You can see I've put down some of the green of the Sennelier watercolor half pan. It's so wonderful, those watercolors. A little bit maybe dangerous, that makes me want to go and buy some of the others that are out there. And also I've laid down in the background some purple from the Marabu Aqua inks. That worked quite well. But the Winsor & Newton watercolor marker didn't really work so well on this paper. I wasn't sure if I was using it right at first. I applied it directly to the paper, and then I tried rubbing it onto a porcelain palette and then moving it across, and I just couldn't find a way to be successful with it. I tried layering it, as you can see here, and it just became a mess, and I couldn't get it to mix and flow well. Then I shifted to the bullet nib and I started doing outlines here, which I think was a little bit more successful, but it still started to bleed and mix and blur in a weird way when I added water, and things just started to fall apart. I've since tried it on other paper, by the way, and it actually blends and works really well, like almost normal watercolors. And so there's just something about this Stonehenge paper that really doesn't work well with those Winsor & Newton watercolor markers. It's always funny to me that sometimes when you get these boxes, the items don't actually go together. Separately, they're amazing items, but just some of the items don't go well together. And the only box that I seem to have found that they've thought things through a little bit better as a whole is Paletteful Packs. I think that that company and that box is just such an amazing box, and although I really am enjoying this Sketchbox and there's some really cool supplies in it, I'm just finding that some of the things don't go. And the next one is the pen. The brush pen is water soluble, and I guess, you know, the point of this is to be a watercolor experience and to try different kinds of watercolor techniques. But if you're using an ink pen with watercolors, I would want a waterproof ink pen myself so that I can do line work or have something to do lines with. And it just wasn't included in this box. So then I try to save things by going in with an item that's not in the box, which is a white Jelly Roll pen. But I just don't feel like I was very successful with this. I've decided to include this piece anyway, so that you can see that sometimes artists fail and you've just got to keep practicing and start learning those mediums if they're new ones, and eventually you'll start to get better and improve. So that is it for my very, very first Sketchbox. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. And if you're new here, I would love if you click the little subscribe button. And if you got the box, let me know what your favorite things were down below, or what you enjoyed most about the Sketchbox December box. I've got to admit, I'm quite behind. I've just received the January box, so I'll need to get cracking on that. Okay guys, take care. Bye.